Well, hello everybody, welcome back. And this is gonna be a trade recap on the trade that I ended up taking today. And we're on a 13-day winning streak, if I'm not mistaken. And this has been the only trade that I've taken so far this week. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday was a study session that I pretty much just go in there, explain my narrative, my thought process when I'm actually live streaming. And this was an amazing trade. Absolutely no drawdown into it. And I'm just gonna go through the process, what made me took the trade, and I'm just gonna jump right into it. I already have all the notes in it because this is the second time that I'm making the recap. The first time I was talking for like 15 minutes and the audio wasn't recording, so that was fun. So second time, I hope everything is okay and good. So let's just jump right into it. You know what? Let's just go from zero again. Who cares? So when we're looking at price action, price looks like extremely bearish. I ended up going long, and I will explain what was my reason in going long for today's trade. Because looking on the daily time frame, price is absolutely bearish. It's like, why am I looking to go long on a higher time frame narrative that is looking for lower prices? Well, that's exactly what I'm going to explain on the recap for the second time. This is the second video. Uh, so we see price in here. We drop into this busy buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. Then we went higher. We went lower one more time, took that sell side liquidity pool and went higher, rebalancing inside of this daily SIBI. And what are the two different reasons of why price go higher? We're either going to seek liquidity or we're going to rebalance into an inefficiency. So we were inside of this SIBI, great reaction out of it, leaving a portion of it open, signaling that we're having weakness on the higher time frame towards the downside. Clean. And even though the price looks so bearish, I ended up going long today, and that's pretty much what I'm going to explain. So daily wise, we're tapping into the daily SIBI, going lower, looking for social liquidity right below here. And one of the things that I was looking for was at this 4-hour IFEG. 4-hour IFEG. As we can see, we ended up just inversion that 4-hour and we never had a retracement into it. And that was pretty much one of the narrative that I was aligning myself to look in for the morning session. So we have a 4-hour IFEG that we haven't pretty much retraced into it. Well, in the morning session we did, and that's pretty much where smart money reversal formed. Then we have generated social liquidity right below here. Now, what is the narrative that I always say when I'm looking to take a trade? Is this is my internal narrative. When sell side liquidity is taken, buy side liquidity is next. When buy side liquidity is taken, sell side liquidity is next. And that's my mantra right there. That's the simplest thing that literally changed my whole paradigm of trading. That simplest information right there. So we see this relatively equal lows get taken, but as of now, this is not enough information for me to take a long trade. I need to drop into the lower time frame to find a discount arrays that are aligned with my internal narrative. So when I look into the hourly, guess where we are trading on? We are trading inside of an inversion IFEG on the hourly time frame. And this is the things about FEGs or fair value gaps is that they are going to get used even though they're being filled. Like, for some reason, let's say if some of the early ICT traders, they see a fair value gap, oh, it's filled, price is not going to use it again. Absolutely and utterly wrong. It could be a month later and price could use the same fair value gap that it used a month ago. So we have this old hourly IFEG running here aligned with this social liquidity pool. And well, perfection, dude. It uses perfection. So social liquidity taken, hourly IFEG. So we are in an area where we are anticipating price to go higher. My internal narrative is, so we took social liquidity. I'm looking for buy sell liquidity to be next. And in here, we don't see a swing high or we don't see a liquidity pool. Well, when we go into the 50-minute, what do I say every single time? Well, price is gonna go up for two different reasons. We're either gonna go above a buy sell liquidity pool, above relatively equal highs or a single high, or we are going to rebalance into an inefficiency. When we look into the 50-minute, what do we have right here? We have an unfilled 50-minute SIBI. So we see how everything is just, whoa, what did I just did? How everything is taking place. So we are inside of the hourly. We took sell side liquidity. The internal narrative is if we took sell side, we're going for a buy side. If there's no buy side liquidity pool inside of that leg that you're looking to target, then look for an inefficiency. We have a 15-minute unfilled SIBI right here, and also aligned with the 4-hour IFEG that I was looking to see a retracement into. And when we go into the lower time frame, that was pretty much it. We have 9:30 opening, going lower inside of this trade, taking out relatively equal lows, which is also liquidity. Then we have displacement towards the upside. And what was the main thing that let me know that we go from sell side of the curve to buy side of the curve? Well, we have a SIBI right here. If we are bearish, what do we want to see from this SIBI? Well, we want to see exactly what it did right here. We went into it and then sent prices lower. But 9:30 opens, goes below this also liquidity pool right here, and then goes immediately higher. What's this right here? The change in the state of delivery. We're going from sell side of the curve to buy side of the curve because it's showing that we're not willing to hold this sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency anymore. So this becomes an FEG, and the moment we closed above, price goes inside of that. This becomes an inversion for value gap, and I ended up slapping longs inside of that IFEG. And also inside of this down close candle, which is a proportion block. Why is this a proportion block? Because it is an order block tapping into another order block. So we should see the moment price goes into it, you send price higher above high probability liquidity pool or inside of an inefficiency. So what was the reason of why I'm looking to target this liquidity pool right here? Well, because this is high probability. Why is this generated by the liquidity pool high probability? Well, we have a high right here, triple top, and this high is higher than these two right over here. So this becomes high probability. And this is also pretty much just priming retail traders into believing that this is strong resistance. But it's absolutely and utterly not strong resistance. That is a Fugazi. Fugazi is not real. Okay? So we see sales liquidity pool taken right here after this massive high resistant liquidity run conditions. So I went long instead of that IFEG, instead of the proportion, no, instead of the BISI, instead of the IFEG, instead of the proportion block. Stop loss below midpoint of this wick. This was my last line of defense. Price does not need to go below that, and it's also right below the social liquidity pool that just got taken. Price goes up right here. I ended up taking 4 contracts down, and then my last contract got taken out at a very specific institutional level that you can figure it out by yourself looking at the live stream. What kind of level was that? And after that getting out, price pretty much formed the swing high at a random level instead of that IFEG and also instead of the SIBI, and it went lower. So yeah, that was pretty much the trade. It's crazy, man, because I just woke up 9:30, took the trade before 20 minutes into it, 120 handles, which I believe that's what this trade was, if I'm not mistaken. From there, yeah, 120 something handles. And yeah, let's just go back to the drawing board, keep building the track record live for the world to see, and just pretty much just excited for the future. Excited, and let's just go back to the drawing board and keep on working harder than ever. And this right here, I just want you to understand, every single trade makes me want to go back to the drawing board every single time. Back to the drawing board. This is my mantra. Back, back to the drawing board. I'm actually gonna make that shit my own. Back to the drawing board. I'm not gonna lie. You know, that's just what I do. But yeah, that was a little trade. We're gonna go back to the drawing board. and keep on improving and keep on getting better. And it's been an amazing run, bro. It's been an amazing run. Yeah.